to another Inside Music Row. Today we'll take an inside look into the lives of Patsy Cline, Hawkshaw Hawkins, and Cowboy Copas as we commemorate the 50th anniversary of the plane crash that took their lives. Plus, we'll catch up with rising star Ricky Young. All this and more coming up Inside Music Row. Hey there, I'm Bailey, and I'm so glad you joined us for another Inside Music Row. We've got a great show today, so let's get started with Keith Urban. Keith is set to throw a massive party here in Nashville next month to benefit the Country Music Hall of Fame and Museum. This year's All for the Hall theme is Rebels and Renegades, the Outlaws Are In. Keith will be joined by Vince Gill, Trace Adkins, Jason Aldean, Loretta Lynn, Tim McGraw, and many more at the Bridgestone Arena April 16th. Alan Jackson will release his Precious Memories Volume 2 next week. This gospel album features newly recorded traditional hymns as a follow-up to his 2006 Precious Memories project. This album was produced by good friend Keith Stegall and will feature tracks like Amazing Grace, He Lives, and Just As I Am. The final farewell for George Jones has so many other performers involved now that he might not even have a chance to sing. Artists from Garth Brooks, Kid Rock, Kenny Rogers, Charlie Daniels, and plenty more have already been confirmed for the sold-out November 22nd show at Nashville's Bridgestone Arena. Many more artists are expected to be announced in the coming months as artists gear up to pay tribute to one of the world's most accomplished recording artists. George is truly overwhelmed by the industry's support and looks forward to going out in style. Visitors coming to run in the Music City Marathon will be treated to a post-race show with Craig Morgan and special guest Sarah Darling. Nashville's premier running event collides with our music community April 27th to put on a one-of-a-kind experience with 28 stages along the route and a special show that evening at Nashville's Municipal Auditorium. Organizers expect more than 30,000 runners, walkers, and 6,000 junior racers to participate in the 14th annual event. In 2012, over $700,000 was raised for St. Jude through the marathon. The lineup for this summer's CMA Music Festival is getting bigger every day. More and more performers are being added at all the stages for the event, which will descend on Nashville June 6th through the 9th. Stay in the loop by logging on to CMAfest.com for all the latest news and insider info. Now it's time to go inside the song. Little Big Town hit the top of the charts last year with their huge hit, Pontoon. We had a chance to talk to co-writer Luke Laird about how that song got started.
The day we wrote Pontoon, I was with two of my very best friends, Barry Dean and Natalie Hemby, and they came over to my writer room, and Natalie was telling this story. Natalie and I had written a song for Miranda Lambert called Fine Tune. It was on her last album. And she was telling about how her publisher, when the song first got turned in, he thought it was called Pontoon. And we were like, well, let's write a song called Pontoon. And literally that day we wrote a song called Pontoon. And we just had so much fun. Like, never in a million years could we have thought it'd be a #1 hit, or it was just a great lesson. And as long as you're having fun, sometimes it translates.
On the pontoon.
March is rolling right along, and so are all those hot tours around the world. Let's take a quick peek at who's going where and when. It's time for a short little break, but before we go, we have some hot new music up for grabs. We have a few autographed copies of Spinning My Wheels available this week. You'll see more from Ricky Young up ahead, but move on over to InsideMusicRow.com to get signed up for this week's drawing. Now for that break, but don't go away. We've got a few artists celebrating the lives of 3 special Opry stars when we come back.